What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday night. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully, a little bit better than I am. A little hungover today, but I'm bearing with it. I'm bearing with it. Hope everybody's doing well out there. We're gonna get Larry in here shortly. He's running a little bit behind. Larry likes to make an entrance, so we're gonna let him do that tonight. But he should be here momentarily. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Um, yeah. I had a busy weekend for the most part. Um, Stayed up a little too late last night. Had a little too much to drink. You know how it goes. Um, but yeah, so hanging in there. I got my Starbucks, second one today. A little bit of Pepto, a little bit of ibuprofen. We'll make it through. But yeah, tonight we're gonna be digging in. We're gonna get Larry back on the channel. Mr. Lawrence DeVincentz. Gonna go through some of his collection here tonight. And I say some of it. I mean, it's gonna be quite a bit. He's been organizing and digging stuff out and finding shit he forgot he had. And if you've been watching and following him on like the Dawn of the Dead groups on Facebook or um, any of the groups and shit on Facebook, or just following his personal Facebook, he's just been coming like all week, past couple of weeks or so, just kind of like, oh, I forgot I had this. This is, hey, look what I found. So I kind of I feel like I inspired him to kind of dig in and organize his collection and get it all in, get it all out and about, I think. So we're gonna look at a little bit of that tonight. I think mostly what we're gonna try to so Larry's got so much shit that I think we're gonna try to break it down. We'll have him back in future shows and stuff like that, and kind of separate by film, by generation, by decade, whatever you want to call it. And I think tonight we're gonna do a lot of Martin stuff. So, and that's the one I said last week. Like I'm sure if you ask a lot of people, what would you want to see first? Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, stuff like that. And Larry has plenty of that and a lot of interesting. I'm sure we'll get to that at some point. But Martin is such an interesting movie to me in terms of collectibles and memorabilia and promotional materials and all that stuff. Because there's just not a lot of it out there. I don't think there was even, unless maybe overseas or something like that. But I don't even really think that there was a like a legit official one sheet available here in the U.S. Like from the theatrical run. Not that I know. I know there's a smaller one. There's the video release, but like an actual 27 by 41. I don't know. I don't know if it exists. I don't think I've ever seen one. But speaking of posters, I got something to show here while we're waiting for Larry. Something I got in the mail yesterday. Ordered off eBay. Something pretty cool, and I had a little bonus added to it that I wasn't expecting. So it was money well spent, I feel. So yeah. Just to get back to the topic here, and I'll show you what I got yesterday, and then I'll hit the chat, see who's all in the house tonight. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at a lot of his Martin stuff, and he's giving me a sneak peek at a couple of things, and it's some really cool shit that I don't think I've ever seen. So, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. Let's check the Chizat Mushroom Hill. That's a new name. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Let's see some Night 90 love. Well, me and my buddy Will just did a Night 90 fan commentary watch along a couple weeks back. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out for sure. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I think Will actually yesterday just bought the Night 90. He won it on eBay. The Night 90 video store poster, which I found at a flea market here in Evansville. Some old guy has a booth in this flea market. It's open the first month or the first weekend of every month. And he just has like these just shitloads of old, one sheets, movie posters, stuff like that. And he just sells them all $10 a piece. And I found that and I was like, holy shit. I don't think you really see them too often on eBay or anything. So $10, I can pass it up. But yeah, definitely a lot of love Night 90. But good to have you in here for the first time. TCC Gaming, what's up? Hi, how are you? Robert Harvitz II, what's up, man? All Night 90 love. I know you're a big Night 90 guy, Robert. Brad 1911 Guitar Dude, what's going on, brother? Hi, looking forward to seeing the collection. Yeah, I am too. I mean, it's kind of I think Larry is too, because I think a lot of it he's probably kind of forgot that he even had. So it's kind of it might be kind of a first for him too. John Vulo, what's up, man? Good to see you. Finally, I get to see Larry's junk and his collection too. Well, I mean, depending on how late we go tonight and how delirious I get and how out of it I get, I mean, it could get wild in here. So, I mean, it's Sunday night, and Sunday night's the night to party. Will, there you are, man. Just talking about you. How you doing, man? Howdy, best friend. How you doing, BFF? Uh, yeah, me and Will hung out yesterday. We actually tracked down, finally, visited the David Emge grave site here in Evansville. It took us a while to track it down. It was a hell of a fucking search, but yeah, finally got it, and got a couple of pictures of it, and it was really I don't know, it was kind of depressing, but it was cool to finally find it and be able to kind of know where it's at now, and you can always go back or um, but yeah. So we did that. He ended up hanging out in Evansville last night. And we went out, and that's why I'm in the condition I'm in. We stayed up way later than I'm used to. Um, but glad you can make it tonight, man. Mushroom Hill says Larry collects stuff I wouldn't even think of, like the screws to the screen used railings and such. Yeah, I mean there's a certain level that some people get to, and I've kind of gotten to that level on some of the shit because I do have a lot of like random like pieces of debris and shit now at this point that I know what it is, but I mean to the untrained eye, it just looks like rubble from a which I guess it is at this point, like the airport and stuff like that. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Why do we collect stuff like that? It's you just kind of want a piece of it, You just want to hang on to a piece of it as long as you can. I don't know. There's got to be something deeper at play there, I think. Robert said, I just saw Bruiser for the first time the other day. Okay. Based on your recommendation, I got the DVD. I liked it, but it was not like anything else I've ever seen from George. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it was George's first movie in a long period of time. It's definitely during a period George's probably angriest time. Because I mean, well, I don't know if it was angry time, but I mean, he'd been through a lot of shit the previous 7 years or so. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's a very different type of movie. I think on the 4K, and I think it's the interview with the Kim Newman where he's talking about it. It's like early George is the blue collar George, and then by the time he gets to Monkey Shines, Dark Half, Bruiser, those feel more white collar, and Bruiser is like the epitome of that. I mean, it's definitely a white collar horror movie, I guess you could say, but. I don't know. I've always enjoyed it. I've always liked it. I think it's very underrated. Um, piece of his filmography. But hopefully now that we're getting all these new releases, because forever, I mean, all we had was that DVD. So maybe now that we're getting all these new releases and 4Ks and Blu-rays and overseas, I know there's one coming here in the States, but we got the UK Indicator release and the that French Blu-ray that just came out not too long ago. So it's starting to come out more and more. So maybe more and more people will see it and kind of, I mean, just see it. I mean, even have your own opinion about it, but. Let's see, Sean Sikowski, damn late, but made it. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're not too late. You beat Larry, so you're you already got one up on him. So uh, let's see, and then you said darn no guard got on this count. Bummer. Okay, so I know who you are, man. I know the Sean. I know Sean. Jade, what's going on? How are you? Are you in the chat? It's early enough for my fiance to be in here tonight and watch me battle through this hangover. But yeah. Thanks. I just respond to her. She says you're welcome. See, Robert says I also just got Martin on DVD. Haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen Martin yet? Okay, well this is gonna be a good introduction for you. See a lot of this Martin stuff. Which DVD did you get? Was it the Lionsgate, Anchor Bay? Because really, I mean, it's out on 4K, but I mean, it really doesn't improve the quality too much. I mean, there's 16 millimeter, uh, you know, not the best film stock really. But anyway, yeah, definitely check it out. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. So I hope you enjoy it. It's definitely another one that's definitely different. It's definitely different than a lot of George's other stuff. Um, John says, by the way, from previous question I had, looks like Monkey Shines lost money. $7 million budget, 5.7 domestic. Doubt home media sales recouped it. That's interesting. $7 million budget for Monkey Shines. Yeah, that's crazy. Huh. So what? So like I remember the previous like conversation we had about that. You were wondering if there were any of George's movies that actually lost money. And I'm sure there were. Outside of that, but I'm sure there were some that. Well, I don't know. I'll have to. That's a question for our guest tonight. I'll get him in here. Hang on. Let me switch this around. I think he's ready. I see him backstage here. Oh, he's gone again. There he is. There he is, folks. It's real. There you go. Don't worry about it.
There is
not real. There is no magic. You're correct.
Remember that. I'm ready.
All right. So is that screen used teeth and cape there?
No, it's not.
That'd be fucking hilarious though if you came on, you had the screen used teeth and the cape. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm pretty good. I've been busy getting ready for this show all week, pretty much.
Yeah, it's funny. I said at the beginning here, I think I kind of inspired you to finally get in and kind of do a little organizing and getting all your shit out.
A major organization for sure.
So let me see. So I can hear Martin in the background on your The music fit the scene at the beginning though.
Exactly.
So I get it. But yeah, John was just talking about Monkey Shine's losing money, $7 million budget, 5.7 domestic. Do you know of any like other Romero films that like lost money like that? Did Dark Half a losing?
Well, all the early films lost money, from Season of the Witch, The Crazies, Martin.
Did Martin lose money?
I just read today that supposedly all the people who they borrowed money from got paid. So maybe it didn't necessarily lose money, but it didn't make a lot.
Yeah, because I mean the budget on Martin was what, like $90,000 or something like that.
Not much.
It wasn't much, but it didn't really have much of a release either. But let's see. Sean's asking any news on that Criterion release. So that Criterion tease, was that just the UK?
Jim Cirinello says that wasn't it. It's something else, and I don't know.
Okay. I can't think of what it could be though. Something Criterion, Night of the Living Dead related. All I could think of is like maybe a theatrical run of the 4K restoration.
I really don't know. It's baffling.
Because I was thinking it was. I thought maybe it was just that UK is getting the Criterion release over there, and I was like, well, yeah, good for them, I guess, but not what I was looking for.
Right. I posted that on the various posts. I mean, I showed a link to it, and Jim said that's not it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the hell that could be. Let's see. Mushroom Hill says, I know Larry has some Knight Rider stuff. I'd love to see what he has from that masterpiece.
I have so much. It's ridiculous for all these movies, and it's all stacked in piles right now because I'm really organizing it and putting everything together, and they're going to go into separate bins, and everything's going to be really organized now.
You're going to label them. You're going to separate them by... Yeah. It seems like a major undertaking.
It really is. Yeah, I'll show you photos later.
Okay. Okay, Robert got the Lionsgate version. Okay, of Martin. So Robert's never seen Martin, so he just now got the DVD. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. Sean says, if you like Martin, I can send a bucket of authentic Braddock dirt. There you go. Sean's from the Braddock area.
Yeah, I know.
And there's 2 drinks already, Margaret, if you're listening.
Yeah. Oh, she's asleep.
Okay. She said, there's no way I can make it through this one tonight. I'm out of here. There you go, Uncle Mark. What's up? Thank you, sir. I like the old flavor saver going on here. Good to see you, Uncle Mark. Uncle Mark, this is my uncle, and he's kind of the one that introduced me to all of this stuff. He was the one that told me about Dawn of the Dead for the first time when I was a kid, and I was like, "Really? There's zombies? All that sounds awesome." Uh, see, John says the ham is cooking tonight, brother. I think he's referring to your intro. To be specific, my question were post Dawn films. Okay, there you go. I couldn't remember exactly what the specifics of that question were.
Knight Riders, I don't think that probably didn't make its money back. I don't think.
I don't know. Will's wanting you to show that shit off. I'm guessing the Knight Riders stuff.
Ah, well, that's a whole other show.
That's what I said. It's like it's going to be like one. We're going to have to separate these into movies.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm ready to start whenever you are.
All right. Yeah, I'm not blaming you for it. I'm crediting you for it, Uncle Mark. Don't worry about it. It's crediting you. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I had maybe I'll do that at the end here. Got something in the mail yesterday, and we'll show off a little bit at some point. But we'll go ahead and get into it. We got, I'm sure we got a lot to look at here. So I'll probably full screen you quite a bit, and hopefully you can hear me when I do that if I say anything. But you'll kind of have the floor. It's your collection here. So, so what do we got first? Where do you want to start? Where to start?
Books, novels, that type of thing.
All right. Now, I do have the Susanna Sparrow, the paperback, the smaller paperback version of Martin, but let's see.
Let's see
what we got here.
From the UK. It's by Jez Winship. Has anybody seen that before?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's sort of an analysis of the movie, and I think it has some of the script in it, or maybe it's just an analysis. But that's this right here.
What year's that from?
Fairly recently, in the past 5 years, maybe.
Oh, really?
It's limited to 500 copies. I have number 69. I didn't realize.
Nice.
I didn't realize it was limited like that. It's from 2016.
2016. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. And you said it's from the UK?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. Huh.
Okay, next item.
Very cool.
I have the US novelization.
Yeah, that's the one that I got.
And this one is special because it is signed by George.
They're going to say Susanna Sparrow.
Yeah, right. It was signed at Monster Mania, I think, 2013.
Nice.
That's one US copy. I have another, a pristine mint copy.
Ooh.
You're gonna
kind of hard to find.
You're gonna find throughout my collection. I need to have one item not signed, perfectly mint condition. I keep it that way, and then I'll get another one, and that's when I'll get one signed. So you're gonna duplicates of a lot of things because I want to get them signed. So I got to have a pristine, perfect one, and then I get one signed.
Yeah, in a perfect world, that would be nice. That would be the ideal thing for me. But
so here's the UK novelization.
Okay, I don't have that one. I've seen that one before.
And then I have the hardcover US version, and I have 3 copies of it, and there's a reason. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 1, I have the hardcover US edition.
Okay.
This is the very last thing that I got George to sign the last time I saw him. I had went to the MoMA screening, Museum of Modern Art screening of Night of the Living Dead, the restoration, and I brought this book to get signed by him. And as he sat down before the movie, a bunch of people swarmed around him and asked for autographs on certain things, and I got him to sign it right there. It's very sloppy. It's not a regular George signature that you would, recognize, but I got it signed by him.
Nice. Okay. And what year was this? When was the last time you saw him?
It was November 2016.
November 2016. So yeah, it wasn't too much.
And then I've gotten other people, Gornick and Tom
DeVincentz. Yeah.
And then along those lines, I have another one. This one's not signed. I don't think. No, the unsigned one, and it's the best condition one that I have. These go for a lot of money, I'm sure you know.
Yeah. So I don't have one.
And then I have one here, another one, and this one is cool because it is signed by George, but it's got that classic signature, you know, the classic George Romero signature.
Right. And what year? When did you get this one signed?
This one I bought like this. I got it on eBay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I saw another signature on the other page, wasn't there? Or was I seeing something? Is there a signature
No,
behind that one?
there wasn't. No.
Okay. I thought I was just seeing something.
So those are the books. Then we have.
Now this is I've actually never read the novelization of Martin. I own the book. I haven't read it yet because it's. Have you read it yet?
To be honest, I have not.
Okay, there you go. I have read the Dawn novelization multiple times, but the Martin I haven't.
And I've never read that either.
Well, the novelization has some interesting stuff in it.
I always stop for some reason. I don't know.
Well, they actually have the audiobook is available. You can listen to it on YouTube. I found it not too long ago. I'll usually play it on like Halloween, shit like that.
I'll get on that.
It's fun for the kids.
Yeah, the Blu-rays and 4Ks. There are only a couple of them, you know.
Not many.
That's the Blu-ray. Is it 4K? No. The Japanese set.
Mm-hmm.
This stupid light is reflecting. Maybe I'll turn that off. There, that's better, right?
Somewhat. Yeah, you good.
Then, of course, I got the 4K.
Right. Now, were you happy with that transfer on that 4K?
I think so.
Because I mean, it's only gonna look so good.
But yeah, it's only gonna look so good from the 16mm elements.
Right.
Next up, we have the DVDs. So here is an Australian DVD from Umbrella in the UK.
And it's pretty much the same cover art as the Lionsgate.
Pretty much.
I was never a big fan of that artwork.
No, it's not great.
Yeah.
Next up is again, there's that Lionsgate one.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the Anchor Bay one. DVD.
And I thought it was cool on two completely different commentary tracks on the Anchor Bay and the Lionsgate too.
Yep.
And both are good. Both are awesome commentaries.
They are. And we got Umbrella has come out with a set a few years ago with Dawn, Martin, and the Crazies.
Seen that.
Then, of course, we have the UK Immortal Edition.
That might be still my favorite edition, just because it has Vampire on it. It's the only
documentary from the set of Dawn of the Dead.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, another UK edition.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
And yet another UK edition.
That one kind of looks like that. Is that Second Sight?
Arrow.
Okay. Yeah, because it kind of looks like that Creep Show release from the UK.
Right. Same kind of box, but it's Arrow.
Okay.
And then I have this Italian Vampire DVD, and it's signed by the members of Goblin. So we got Fabio Pignatelli at the bottom. I got Mauricio Guarini in the middle there, I believe. Got Augusto Marangolo up there. Claudio Simonetti at the top. And Massimo Morante at the very top.
That's fucking killing.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Thank you. Next week, call this the home media section. So we have a Thorn EMI Beta.
Ooh, that looks in good shape too.
Yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Anchor Bay VHS. We have HBO Canon VHS. I have the, wait a second. That one's actually a beta. And
Oh,
they
wow.
appropriated a VHS box, so it's the same size as a VHS box, but they put a beta in it, and they put a little sticker on the end. So,
I don't know
beta.
if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Then here we go. We have the VHS. The HBO Canon. We have a Japanese Martin VHS.
Yeah, I've seen. I think I have that in like my. It's on eBay. I think it's been in my my cart for a long time. I was talking myself out of it. Shit's pricey.
Well, I think this is Greek.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen that one. Put that cover art a little closer. Let me see that. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's so weird.
Yeah, definitely weird. And they get weirder. I got another weird one coming up.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
UK VHS.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that one.
And then here's another weird one. I think this is German. It's German, actually. So check that one out.
Wow. Get that a little closer. I guess I gotta see that art. I just gotta see what is on there. What's going on? There's a guy choking. So there's Dracula. There's a guy choking someone in an alleyway. I guess that's supposed to be Martin. There's a naked lady in a tub. Is that supposed to be Martin? It kind of looks like the dude from Little House on the Prairie.
I guess
Well, it's like the. Oh, that's cool. I got. Wow. Where's that from? What country?
it's German.
German. Okay.
So there's those VHSs. Now we'll go to other home media releases.
I see
Okay,
laser
we have
disc.
the laser disc. Nice copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Japanese VHD.
Wow.
I think it even has an insert. So here's the video case, and it has an insert.
Wow. Nice. So I've never like the laser disc and the VHD. Like haven't started collecting those yet. But if I ever find them in the wild or anything, for sure. But
Right here is, I think it's a 16 millimeter, 30-second trailer for Martin.
ooh.
And then you're gonna like this, okay? This is
Oh,
an
Lord.
actual case to a reel from a Martin print. So look closely. It's for reel 3.
Wow. Where did you get that?
I got it in a little trade with a gentleman who owns prints of Martin.
Oh,
So there you go.
that's really cool.
I should actually work on getting the other ones. One. And then, okay, This is incredible. This next thing, because this is something you can't really get anywhere at all ever. It's one of a kind because it's actual negative.
Ooh.
So I have the original negative to a Martin TV trailer.
Wow.
16mm negative, audio, and picture from films around the world who distribute foreign countries. Opening it up, it's got separate elements in there. Let's see, it's got paperwork inside from movie or Technicolor actually. So here we go. There's some paperwork for the trailer.
Wow.
Things have paperwork and they tell you the last time they were accessed or how many times they've been used over the years, things of that nature. Got a little, and these are the negatives for the trailer, the TV trailer. I'm sure you probably know it's the one where I think it's the one that he's sitting on the steps inside the latent image.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
So yeah.
So may I ask where you got that from?
It was through eBay.
Ooh.
And then I ended up going to the gentleman's house on a vacation because he lived out on the very, very tip of Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a whole bunch of good stuff from that guy that probably all came from, the estate of Irvin Shapiro or somebody related to.
Ooh. Interesting. All right. What else did you get from him? What else did you get?
The video masters for Season of the Witch, like an actual, these big ass tapes that are like the video masters, what they would use to create videotapes or play the movie on TV for Season of the Witch. I also got the negatives for a trailer for the Crazies. I got an alternate opening for the Crazies, and I provided that to the next owner of the Crazies, because Crazies is currently owned by Arrow, but another company bought it when their sort of their license or whatever, or their use for it is up. Another company's taken over, and I've given them all these things to put on the next Blu-ray or 4K or whatnot.
So Arrow owns the rights to the Crazies?
Yeah, it used to be owned by Films Around the World and
right
for a long, long time, but then I believe Arrow bought the rights, and then they actually even sold them since they bought them.
Because I know they did that box set that you're on.
Right.
I didn't know that they actually just bought the rights to it outright.
Yeah, they also bought a Season of the Witch from them also, and possibly even Vanilla.
I would guess that all three of those are probably.
I'm pretty sure they were all owned and administrated by Films Around the World, and then I think Arrow just bought them because it was just cheap enough.
Yeah.
So then I also have this, and this is great. This is a full original Martin script from Films Around the World. Originally, it came in a Films Around the World folder.
Wow.
I got it from a prop store auction, and it's, let's see, it's 204 pages long. Came in this yellow Films Around the World folder. It says it at the bottom. Full script.
204 pages long. George loved long scripts. Loved long scripts.
All right, let me see. I'll grab something else here. I got a t-shirt here. Martin t-shirt. Let's go to Martin and its audio representations. So we have a CD soundtrack.
And that's got, what is that, Pollock? So that's the movie that Ed Harris, is that the one that Ed Harris directed or something? And you got Donald Rubinstein to do the score for?
Exactly. He directed it, and since he and Donald have been friends since Knight Riders, he did the score for it.
I don't have that. I would love to hear that score though. I don't think I've ever heard the score for that.
There is another CD soundtrack for Martin, and I have it somewhere, but I couldn't find it for the life of me. I know I have it somewhere. So, like I said before I get something signed, I have to have, another one of it unsigned, perfect condition. So that's the case with this original Martin LP. This is the perfect minty one.
Hmm.
And then I've been getting it signed by various actors from the movie. I got Amplis there, Tom Savini at the bottom, Mike Gornick and Tom Dubinsky right below him, and Christine Forrest.
Nice. So I've seen Donald Rubinstein do a convention maybe once. I think it was like, wasn't it the same convention that they had? What's her name? Sarah Venable. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an 11 by 17 signed by everybody that was at that show. I wish I could have gone, but it was the same weekend as a Living Dead weekend one year. I had to miss it because I was at the Living Dead weekend.
Have you guys tried reaching out to him about doing a Living Dead weekend?
Wrote for many, many years through Facebook, over a decade, and I just don't do through the mail. I'd rather get things in person. I just it all by policy. I want to meet people, take a photo with them, see them. It's more personal,
Yeah.
So of course I have this, your favorite soundtrack of all time.
I love it.
It's
so good. Yeah, it's so good.
And then of course I have this. Actually, I don't have just two. I got three because it came in three different variants. It came in the black version.
That's how they get you, man. That they do those variants.
It came in the blood red swirl version, and it came in the Transylvanian black and white swirl or something like that. So there's three of that, and then of course I got one signed by all the people that I should get it signed by. I got Savini at the bottom, Christine Forrest right above him. I've got Mike Gornick there, Tom Dubinsky, and John Amplis at the top.
John Amplis.
So that's the audio of Martin.
The audio of Martin.
Audio.
Let's check the comments here real quick. We'll see what you guys are thinking so far here. What we got here? Let me try to... Robert Harbitz, I feel like I'm entering into a new world because now I'm going out of my way to see Romero movies for the first time that aren't Creepshow or Of the Dead. Well, good. That's what we want. Check them all out because they're all unique in their own way. George had a lot of range. He did a lot of different shit, especially in the 70s. Like those early movies. I mean, really, you couldn't even consider them horror movies, like just straight up horror, like Vanilla, not really a horror movie at all. Season of the Witch is kind of a horror movie, but not really. It's more of a psychological. Sure. I don't know what the hell you'd call that. Crazies is, I guess, kind of horror, but it's also kind of sci-fi, but it's just kind of cult. Martin is horror, I guess, but it's a not your typical vampire horror. It's a more psychological thing. There's more to it. So yeah, I mean, a lot of those, George is more of an experimental filmmaker as opposed to just a straight up horror filmmaker. He kind of just became that after Creepshow. I feel like he got kind of got tied to Stephen King a little bit there, and everybody just kind of that's all he did after that was horror,
like that, or whatever you might call it. But it ended up happening.
Yeah.
So continuing on, unless anybody's got any questions, anything else going on there in the chat?
Let's see, Dirk. What's up, man? Really cool. What's happening? Glad you can join us. Everybody, Dane Lowry, what's up, man? Mr. Doodles of the Dead himself. Goblin Martin stuff. There is no magic. You got that right, man. Let's see, Matt Landrum. What's up, man? Hopping on for a sec to say hello. I have to get up early in the morning. We'll catch the show tomorrow. Larry, I'm only seeing a fraction of your shit, and I'm already super jealous. Yeah, we're only 45 minutes in. So.
Oh, wait till you see the posters and the press kits and all the behind-the-scenes photos.
Yeah, I already got a sneak peek at those behind the scenes photos, and that's what I'm waiting on. Let's see, Project Algerine, what's up? Awesome, he says. Okay. Montauk, says John Vulo.
No.
I guess he's referring to where that guy had all
Yeah,
that.
on the north side of Long Island. I'm not recalling the name. I forget, but it was on the north side. I think Montauk's on the south side. Are we frozen here? I think you froze up. Well, I'll continue showing you guys some things while he gets unstuck. So here is some Martin art. This is art by Byron Winton, good friend of mine, great artist. This is probably featured in one of his trading card sets, and I have the original piece, seen right here. We have the famous teeth, seen on a lot of the posters for Martin, and this is a pin. This is probably at least 10 years old. This is pretty cool. We have a tiny another pin, tiny one. It's got that UK art from the novelization. With the VHSs of Martin, there came a little flyer to order other HBO Canon videos, and this is the little flyer that came with it. Came in the copies of Dawn of the Dead. You'll see Dawn right there. You'll see Martin right there, and the other HBO Canon releases. And you could get a rebate from ordering these releases. They're already $19.95, so that's really not bad at all. I don't know why you would need a rebate. But let's get to some ads, okay? I have newspaper ads, a lot of newspaper ads for Martin as we wait for Michael Lancaster to come back. I don't know if he's still stuck. So here we go. Here we have a small ad for Martin at the Waverly in New York City. Martin was shown as a movie. Martin was a midnight movie for about a year, from August 1978 to May of 1979, and it was shown at midnight at the Waverly Theater in New York City. And these are all ads for its appearance at the Waverly Theater in New York City. Another one. Let's see. Talks about Friday and Saturday at midnight at the Waverly.
Okay, what did I miss?
Welcome back. I'm showing ads to Martin's midnight showings at the Waverly Theater in New York City from August of 78 to May of 79. It's shown on Fridays and Saturdays at midnight. There's another one. Small one. You did miss something cool. You missed a pin.
Yeah, my internet just completely went out. Oh, where did that come from? I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's made by Mouth of Madness, and it's probably maybe at least 10 years old or so. Real nice.
I love that image. It's one of my favorite images from any of like the artwork. Martin is the razor blade with the teeth and made in the USA. I just think it perfectly sums up that movie.
Now, I brought this here just for you because it's...
Oh, let me full screen now.
No Pets. Have you seen it?
No, I don't think I've seen that one, no.
It stars John Amplas and Laurie Cardell.
Wow. What year is that from?
92, I believe.
92.
And signed by Tony Buba at the bottom.
Wow. I got to see that. Director of photography, John Rice.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one. I'm gonna have to find that for sure. John
They,
Amplis and Laurie Cardell in the same movie is pretty
yeah,
badass.
and they are love interests.
Ah.
If you ever want to see them make out, see this movie.
There you go.
And the funny thing is with this poster, I didn't find this on eBay. A friend gave it to me. A friend by the name of Sean Clark sent me a text one day, and he said, "Do you know the movie No Pets?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "I have a poster of it. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he sent it to me in the mail.
Where did he get it from?
He may have gotten it at Zombie Jamboree. I mean, it makes sense to me, or some kind of convention back in the early 90s. So I brought that for you specifically.
That's pretty odd. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hunt that
The
down.
movie is available on Tony's website, braddockfilms.com. You can get a copy, DVD,
Okay.
if you really want to see it.
I do. Yeah, I just watched that the Saving the Braddock Hospital, We Are Alive, the one that he did with Dubinsky.
Nice.
And I just like, I think I said it last week, like I just appreciate his sense of humor that he injects into all of his work. You can tell it's his weird, specific sense of humor.
Sure. Now, what we got here is some kind of Valentine card for Martin. I don't know what this was used for. If you've been to the archive, you've seen it on display there, but I have my own copy. They have some of these, I'm pretty sure, in the cases there.
I feel like I remember seeing something like that. What's on the inside? Be My Valentine.
So it's just talking about Martin, and there's a Newsweek review. Super cool. It took me a long time to find one, but yeah, I don't know what it's just some kind of promotional thing.
I don't think I've ever throw that up there. We'll get a better look at it. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah. I saw it at the archive first, and then I'm like, ooh, I need to find one. And it took me a while, but I did find one. So here we go. We have a press kit. Might be before he had distribution in the U.S. Through Libra Films and Ben Barenholtz, or I don't know. Maybe it's a Canadian press kit, but let's take a look. The Laurel Group right there. I bet you've never seen that logo.
I don't think I have.
So the folder is for Martin. Got press photos and all the information on the movie. It's got articles from different newspapers, like the standard press kits, like Dawn of the Dead has the press kit that has all the articles in it and such. Mm-hmm. So it's got this photo, this photo.
Oh, yeah, I got that one. I love that image.
Okay, this has French writing on the back, so maybe this is for a sort of French promotion of the movie. And
oh, there you go.
Right there. Looks like French to me.
I see Jean-Pierre, so yeah, that says French to me. Boyou. Is that again?
This photo. Lincoln. Another one of that photo.
I like that photo. I don't think I've ever. I don't know if I've ever seen a Martin press kit, or maybe I have. I think I've maybe not too long ago, and it was pretty fucking expensive.
I have another one too, so I'll bring that up right now. So this one is for Libra Films release. It's possibly a U.S. one or a Canadian. It is for English language speaking people. It's got all English in it. Doesn't have any photos in this one, but it's got all the standard synopsis, introduction to George Romero's Martin, introduction to Martin, credits list for George and his documentary work. for the winners.
That's pretty cool.
Various articles about Martin, copied, photocopied from newspapers. All that kind of good stuff. Try to go as quick as possible through all this stuff. We have a Martin barf bag.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen one of those. I didn't know they gave out the Martin barf. Is that from back in the day, or is that just more modern?
It's probably somebody just printed it up at home. And a few years ago, a bunch of barf bags started appearing for Ed and Martin and all these different things. People are probably just printing it on there.
It's still pretty cool.
Right here, a lot of people are into these checks. Let me take it out. This is a Martin check, and it's signed by Richard Rubenstein and George Romero, and it's made out to Tom Savini.
Wow, $300. Payday.
His paycheck, or maybe it's for supplies. Who knows? Of course, it's signed on the back by Tom also.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rubenstein's signature alone is impressive to me. Like that's what I mean. I don't have anything Rubenstein signed.
Really? That's cool. I've had that in a long time. Now let's see. I have a lot of ads for Martin and press photos. So Romero's Martin opens up a sort of film series.
What does that mean?
So they're probably showing some kind of it's from the Museum of Art at the Carnegie Institute, and they've chosen Martin as its personal best film, and they're showing it in the American Independent Feature Film Series.
Okay. I thought maybe it was like originally like Martin was supposed to be the first of a series of movies about Martin. I was like, what? Where'd that come from?
The museum there. Here's an article on John Amplis. He's in the theater all through the late 70s and the early 80s. Mm-hmm. Always in theater.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an article on George from May 29th, 1980, talking about Martin.
Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that photo before. That's pretty cool.
Ooh. Another Waverly ad for Martin. Got a lot. I mean, Martin played in the Waverly for almost a year in New York City. Again, we don't need to show all these Waverly, but I got a whole bunch of them. A lot of them.
A year's worth of ads.
Here's a good one. It's a nice big sized one. Still the Waverly, but it's a good size.
Move over, Rocky. Here comes Martin. Was that whose idea was it to promote it like that? Like it's head to head with Rocky. It's like, yeah, fuck Rocky. Here comes Martin.
And then this is a beautiful one. I have two of it, I think. I have another one here. Yeah, I'll grab that one. Okay. I think this was sort of like a supplement in newspapers, because a full, 8x10 size sheet of paper, and a synopsis. Maybe it came in like Sunday papers or something. I don't know. Well, I have this one, and I have one signed by George also. So here's the same thing, not folded, and it's also signed by George.
Jeez. Wow. No, did you get that one signed by George, or did you buy it signed?
That's an eBay purchase.
Okay. I'm curious of what he thinks of some of this stuff, where he's just like, where the hell did you dig any of this up?
Most of this stuff is from eBay over the years. So a virgin vampire makes out.
It's a hell of a headline. That'll grab your attention.
Let's see. Wait. What? Wow. Okay. In the middle there, it's got another George Romero headline, and it's got the Martin razor blade.
What is that from? This is just a newspaper?
Yeah, this is all newspaper stuff. I don't see a newspaper name anywhere on it, so no, I don't know what paper it would be from. Maybe for here, you never know. Here's one at the Festival Theater. Wherever that is.
Manhunt? I don't know what's that down there, but very cool. Oh, so it's already, so that's probably post Dawn of the Dead then, I would guess, because it says from the director of Dawn of the Dead on it.
Okay, this is pretty cool. This is a Variety ad when films around the world and Irving Shapiro were trying to, sell it to foreign countries. So it's got Dawn there, it's got Martin, Night of the Living Dead, and The Crazies. He was offering all these movies to the foreign film markets. So you see that? I have the original sort of negative for printing this. Let me grab it. So I don't even know what to call it. I'm calling it a negative. It's not used for printing this very ad.
It's a Variety ad.
So yeah, that's a Variety ad. And here is the actual printing thing that they devised.
Ooh.
So it's clear, it's black and white, like a sort of negative of some sort. I don't know what to call it. But it's also for a different ad. It's not that one, but it's a different one.
Right, or Creep Show now.
Oh, Dawn, Martin, and The Crazies. But same concept, that one I just
Right,
showed.
yeah. What does that say at the top there? 1984?
Yeah.
Films. Okay. That's pretty. Now, where in the hell did you get that?
Prop store auction. I got it in the same lot as the Martin script.
Huh.
So it's all films around the world stuff.
There you go.
Got this Variety ad. Or March.
I've seen one of those before.
I have a signed photo by Tom something. I'm forgetting his Tom Weber. Okay, he's the guy in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Doesn't he? Isn't he playing? Does he still play music? I think last I saw.
Tours around Pittsburgh and Erie, and he lives in Erie. And I think it was last summer or maybe a year ago, within the past year, he was playing in Pittsburgh, and Michelle from Garth was actually in Pittsburgh at that time, and I told her, you should go see Tom Weber. And she went to him, and I said, well, here, print these photos out. And she got one signed for me and then mailed it to me. Because I had this made for him. I've just never met him anywhere.
Right.
So I'm ready to meet him someday, get some autographs, but in the meantime, I do have one.
Very cool. Yeah, I think I remember it may have been you that posted it. I remember seeing him playing, I think it was probably about a year ago, playing some shows around Pittsburgh.
Yep. So here's some cool Martin art.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen that before.
Press photo. Press photo. Now this is a Dabara Films release sort of press information folder, and actually on the back it says Ontario, Canada. So this is Canadian.
Okay. Now is that one that has Tom Savini spelled as Tom Savina?
Yes, it does. It does.
There you go. That's old Tom Savina, the legend himself.
But yeah, and it's got all stuff inside about the movie.
I like the little artwork up there in the corner. Very cool.
And it even, yeah, it's Canadian for sure.
Cool.
Okay, a good one. Press photo featuring your favorite man, Tony Booba, and Pat, and the other gentleman is
Pat Booba.
besides
And Clayton
McKinnon.
Clayton McKinnon. There you go. Man, get the fuck out of here. I love him in that fucking scene.
I got all kinds of photos. I just buy over the years. I just keep buying different photos. You know, those ones that I just showed you were on weird stock, like not really standard photo stock. So I thought that was interesting. Signed to me by Amplis. Actually, that one's not signed to me, but this one is Mike Gornick filming the bathtub scene.
I love that photo.
Signed by him. This one, to me, I think I got this the first time I met John Amplis.
I think, yeah, that's the one that I got when I first met John, was that photo there.
Another one. I just got a million of these photos. Another one. This one I haven't shown before so far.
Okay.
Richard, the cuckolded husband.
And George in the background looking kind of confused. It's like, what is this performance, Richard? Honestly, George's performance as Father Howard is actually really good. I mean, it is his words, it is his script, so I mean, he knew how he wanted to say it, but I've always loved that performance.
The reflection that keeps showing is that my phone.
Yeah.
Al Levitsky.
Now, didn't he do porn at one point?
He did, and George tells the story, I think, on one of the commentaries, that he wanted to get naked on the movie, and they're like,
That's right.
get naked? He's like, what?
That's right, yeah.
Like, what? You don't want me to get naked? Damn.
Yeah, I have that one. I've always been curious about that one because that's not a shot from the movie. Is that just a behind the scenes shot, or is it just maybe a?
Has to be. Those guys again.
There you go. That's a pretty damn cool photo, actually.
This is a good one.
Ooh. Now that. Okay, so is that? See, so my question is that a behind the scenes shot, or is that an image from the 2.5 hour cut, maybe like an extra scene or extended scene?
That's a good question. One day we will know.
Because I know Gornick sells. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Because I know Gornick sells 8x10s of him as Detective Burdick. Because I got one because it's that extra scene at the end of Martin where he plays the detective.
Right.
So. Okay. And it's in color too.
Yes, I've seen that. Okay, now we're gonna have to go mobile. I'm gonna show you the posters. Let's go to the posters before I get to the last stuff. I'm gonna show you are all the behind the scenes photos. I have about 125 behind the scenes photos that are really not seen. Some of them you'll recognize. Most of them you've never seen. We'll do that last.
Now okay, that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay.
That's what I'm excited to see.
All the posters. I have to get up. Let's see. Is there a way for me to flip this? I don't know. So,
all right, let me full screen you here. Hang on.
So this right here, this is difficult to do. This is I think from Australia. I'm pretty sure it's what do you call it? A day bill?
Day
from
bill,
Australia.
yeah. That's awesome.
Okay, move that out of the way. We have a poster. This is a theatrical poster.
From the U.S.?
See, some of these I'm not sure about. This is difficult to do. So, can you see
Your
it?
connection. Yeah, I can see it. Your connection's a little shoddy, though, ever since you got up. Hang on. It's a little better now. A little better now.
So it's by
So
Libra Films, which is who distributed it in the U.S. So it's got to be some sort of U.S. poster.
now, is that a green color to it, or is it just like a
Sort of
faded black?
greenish blue.
Huh.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. This is
Ooh.
Thorny MI video poster.
Yeah. I need that. I don't have that one yet.
Small.
That Thorny am I.
But it's really nice. I think I have a rolled one and I have a folded one. I don't have the rolled one with me at this moment. Now this is from the Dabara Films release, which was we looked at previously. It's from Canada.
Mm-hmm. Is that like a... How big is that?
Might have about 11 by 17.
That's what it looked like. I don't know if I've ever seen that one either.
Looks like it's from a newspaper. It's printed on newspaper.
Okay.
So it's
I'll
just
do
like a smaller folder that I showed you. Just larger.
Never seen that. Black Panther.
I cannot do this properly. I wish I could flip the picture around, but I don't know how. Is there a way for me to flip this around without being disconnected or anything?
I don't know. What do you got? An iPhone?
Yeah. But I'm using
Should be.
Stream.
Oh, for the StreamYard? That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh,
So here we have, this is a large, I don't know. It's Italian. It's called I think a Fogli two-piece for a wine.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't. There we go. So that's the bottom piece. And you move that to the side. Then we have the top piece.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah, those are so cool, but man, like I would want to display that somewhere. I would have nowhere to put that. Like maybe on the side of my house or something. It'd be the only option. Maybe in the garage, but I wouldn't want to keep it out in the garage.
I'll get that out of the way.
What year did Vampire come out in Italy? Was that after Dawn?
I would think so, but I'm not positive. That's something I'd have to look up. So we have this. This is another Italian. Let's see if I can get a good view of that. Okay. It's huge, huge. Takes up
Wow.
most of the dining room table. And I think I have two of them here. There might be differences, but when I was laying these out, I see there's two of them, but I didn't even know I had two. Here's I think it's a Taiwan poster.
Yes. Is that the? No, that's not the one with David Soul on it, is it?
No, no, no. There's Tony Boob at the top. You see him?
Uh-huh. There you go.
Okay. Crap. I'll put that down 1 second. All right. I have Mexican lobby cards.
Ooh.
See those? Okay. So here's one. Here's another. And they're very thin.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna say they look kind of thin for lobby cards.
yeah, they're not the thicker stock that you would usually see for these. But they're super cool.
Yeah, I've never seen those before. What is all that artwork around? What are the like? What is it? The moon? Man in the moon there?
I don't know if you can see it. And we got this one. This is I think it's Spanish.
I don't know if I've ever seen that poster either.
Come on, why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. It's a nice one.
Yeah, I like that a lot. What's okay, it's all in Spanish. I was like, what does it say at the top there? I'm like, I have no idea. Okay, never mind.
Martin las espía, Martin las ateca, Martin las hace el amor, pero no como todos.
And that means what?
Uh, Martin is in love, but I don't know. I don't know Spanish well enough. I know a little
Yeah,
bit.
me neither.
Okay, now we got another poster. I think this is French. This is French, actually.
Okay. Kind of looks. It's kind of the same as that that like greenish blue.
Well, this one's actually
US one.
gray. The other one was more on the blue side, but actually gray. Okay.
Very cool.
Okay, now here is for sure U.S. theatrical poster.
Now, how big is that?
It's 27 by 41.
Okay, there you go. So I was curious if they actually had an official U.S. one sheet when the movie was released. Now, yeah, I guess that would be it.
It's the same size and has all the same marks from Libra Films as that one that had the sort of the bluish background. So I think they're both.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those.
Oh yeah. I've had a few over the years. Sold them. And like I said, another one of these. I think it's the same, but I have to check to make sure there's no differences. But I showed you that a little bit earlier. It's a Italian one, of course, one pier. It's huge. It's like most of the dining room table.
Okay.
I gotta fold these better later on. Okay, now this is a good one. I carried this around with me. Let me put down the phone 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. This is an Italian.
Right there you are.
It's an Italian photo busta, and I carried this around with me to Living Dead Weekend for like 5 years, and I kept forgetting to get Tony Bubba to sign it, and I finally got him to sign it last month. Where is it? There is a. Because that's him right there behind the white.
What did he sign it as? What does it say up there?
Thanks for the invite, Tony Bubba.
Oh, okay. For the Living Dead Weekend.
Tony Bubba.
Very cool.
I is the one that communicates with him and invites him to the show. So that's a good one. I carried it around a long time waiting to get it signed. So here now we have an Italian. I guess they call these locandinas.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like a playbill.
Like the day bill that they have in Australia, but they call it.
Yeah.
And it's signed by Claudio Simonetti.
Ooh.
Just wanted him on there. Make it nice and simple. Now this is a cool one. It's another Thai one from Thailand.
There you go. That's the good one. From fucking Salem's Lot. They just throw them on there.
It's signed by John Amplis. It's signed by George Romero. George Romero right there. And Tom Savini down here.
I just love those posters. The Dawn one's amazing. The Martin one's amazing.
Oh yeah.
There's so much going on. You could just stare at it for forever, just like trying to take it all in.
Okay. This is another great one. It's the UK quad.
Mm.
And it's signed by your favorite actors and your favorite director, George Romero himself, John Amplis, Christine Forrest down there, Mike Gornick. I don't know if I'm showing the right stuff here. Mike Gornick right there.
C. Gornick. There you go. Who's up there?
Tom Savini, Christine Forrest. That's a folded one. And I have another one that's unsigned because you got to have poster signed and one unsigned. So there's the posters. I think we're almost done with the poster segment of this video.
God damn.
Let me put this back on the tripod.
Hey, there you are.
Okay. I have this art print by Terry.
Throw it up there.
Taylor.
Is it? Okay.
And it's signed by Terry, the artist. This is another VHS cover, but I don't have the VHS. I just have the cover. And it's got that funky vampire guy and all that kind of thing from the German release.
Guys strangling a guy in an alley. Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay, and then you talked about earlier the one appearance that Donald Rubinstein made at Cinema Wasteland a few years ago, and this is the print that they offered there. Jim Cernella made it. I gave him the scan so he could make these up, and he had everybody sign it, and he sent me a copy with everybody who was there because I gave him this sort of a picture file so he could print these up.
That's awesome.
It was there. There's Donald and Amplis.
So that's what Donald's signature looks like. I don't think I've ever seen his signature
Just
before.
as bad as his brothers. Christine Forrest. Where's Sarah Venable?
Sarah Venable.
and Tony Booba.
Tony Booba. Now, did
Oh,
you ever get anything signed by Pat Booba?
no, I missed him. Okay. He wasn't able to come to any Living Dead weekends until 2017. He just showed up unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in to see Tony, our first one when we had in conjunction with Steel City Con that we did with the mall. It was 2017. He just stopped by to see Tony, and he was on the Q&A panel also, and I was on a tour or something, and I missed him totally.
I could have guessed that.
Fortunately. So people did see him, and he was there. He was at Living Dead Weekend one time, 2017, but I missed him.
Damn.
So now we're going to get set up, and I'm going to show you all these behind-the-scenes photos. I have about 125 of them.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to check. We'll check the comments here, see if anybody popping in here. Any questions, comments? Cheryl Webster, how are you? I think it's new. She's very impressed with your collection.
Oh, thank you, Cheryl.
Grande is asking any Tales from the Dark Side collectibles. Do you have any Tales from Dark Side stuff?
I do have some Tales from the Dark Side, not a lot. Like these other movies, I have a lot of stuff for. It's very limited. I mean, I could do that in probably like 10 minutes.
I don't have very much Tales from Dark Side stuff either. Let's see, David Skulls, how are you? Good to see you in here. I'm going to start He's going to start collecting Larry stuff now.
David's my boy. Fucking love that guy.
How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Synth, what's going on, man? Hey, Alpha and Larry. Sorry I'm late. I was doing stuff online with Pro Synth Network, guys. No worries, man. He's looking for some nude steels. Any of those in your collection?
Nude stills? Is that what you said?
That's what he's asking for.
Well, you never know. Let's see.
The behind-the-scenes photos are coming, so you never know what the hell's in these things.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do them real up close. I'm gonna steady, still, whatever you want to call it. You can see them real good. So we're gonna start off with this little case here, okay?
Okay, well, hold on.
Case, if you can read that, I don't know if you'll be able to.
I'm just trying to.
Martin continuity stills. Actually, I'm just gonna take it off. I wish I could flip the camera around. Let me see.
Well, actually, Synth. Oh, there you are. Synth has a. He's my resident tech guy. Open StreamYard camera setting. Go to change to back camera. Not the best interface.
Hold on.
So I guess you can go into the setting and change to back camera.
More
StreamYard camera setting.
Don't see where I find the settings. It would be really helpful if I could change it.
Let's see. I don't know if there's anything I can do on my end here. Oh, there he's gone. We'll get him back here in a second. But yeah, Larry, yeah, we're kind of spacing these out between multiple different shows. So we're doing Martin mostly tonight because, I mean, as you can see, he has a lot of shit. And this is just for one movie. This is just for Martin, the movie that I was almost testing him just to be like, okay, there's not a ton of Martin stuff out there. What do you got? And so far, I'm just like, okay, I'm impressed. It'd be epic show us collection movie by movie and all the memorabilia laid out chronologically. That would take a lot of prep work, I think, for Larry. I think we got him back here, but there you go.
Yeah,
Mushroom Hill wants you to. I'll just turn it on and I'll let you go. Let's see.
Can't figure out how to change it.
Oh, let's see.
This is just not studio. No. I'm just gonna try to make it work like this. I can't figure it out. So give me a second to get set up to show these. What are the people saying?
So Cheryl says, try bottom of your screen. It should flip the lenses.
Yeah, it's because I'm on StreamYard that it's not working like that. God, because I'm in the browser,
Yeah.
regular camera through the browser. It just doesn't. It's not working like you would think. Okay, whoa. I'm gonna make this work, I swear.
Let me see here.
What are they saying?
Synth sent me a text here. Let me change streamer camera setting. Back camera interface sucks. Yeah.
Okay, what are you seeing this? If I had my computer. It's reflecting.
I can see it. There's a reflection, but we can see it.
So if I put two photos up here, can you see these very well or no? That reflection's gonna. It's not good. If I could figure out how to flip this, I could do it. But that's not good, is it?
Yeah, the reflection's kind of right in the way there.
What can I do here? Can we figure this out?
I've never really used. Hang on. I've never really used StreamYard on my phone, so I don't even know what it would look like on my phone actually. Like what the interface actually looks like.
I think I got it.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna work.
We got it. Yeah, that.
Okay, so 2015 at the Living Dead weekend, we had Mike Gornick as a guest. Okay, and he had this little box. He had this little box, and it's filled with 100 continuity photos. And he wanted $20 each, as you could see, but I made him an offer, and I bought them all.
Ooh, I'm gonna try to guess what you offered him. So $20 each. You said about 125.
No, there's 100 in this. 25 are from another source.
Okay, that's a little easier math for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember. I think it was like maybe I offered $350, and he said, "How about 3? I'll take 3." And I'm like,
wow,
"Okay, something like that."
That's a fucking steal then. I was thinking like $1,000 or something like that. I was like, "Geez, it's worth every dime." And you're like, about 300.
No, look at this. All these are all behind the scenes continuity photos. So I'm gonna put them up here for you to see. Start with these two. You got George there, right behind Amplis.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What's her name? Fran Middleton.
On the train.
Yeah, all the train. There's George giving Fran direction.
Wow.
Let me just see if I could put that just like that. We got Sarah Venable in the closet and elsewhere. I don't know him. So here we go. We got Al Levitsky and Sarah Venable there. Another one. After he got the shot, Martin jumped on him, got the shot in the back.
Now, who took these photos?
That's funny you ask. Because on the back, it says names on a lot of them. So this one says Joyce. So it was probably Joyce Weber. She worked on the movie. She was Tom Weber's wife, and she sort of had relations with Savini during that movie, but that's another story. And then there's a RR there in that one, so maybe Richard took some photos.
Oh, RRCC. There was a CC there.
But a lot of them are Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
RR. A lot of Joyce Weber, I would think. She probably took most of the photos, but there are some that say RR, so I can only think that's Richard.
Yeah.
So here we go. Put some more out here.
More Sarah Venable there.
Yep. Yes. I'll just do one at a time. That seems to work best. There's Martin with Sarah.
There's your nude pic there, Synth.
Yeah. Here's one. Looks familiar, doesn't it?
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, that's got to be, well, it's got to be behind the scene. I wouldn't think that would be an extended scene or anything.
Don't know. Oh, and I didn't even tell you the story on these photos. So when I got them from Mike, he told me that he, of course, after George left Laurel and the whole company and Richard, Mike Gornick stayed on with the company and worked for Richard for many, many years. And at one point, they were closing the New York offices of Laurel, and these were going to be thrown out, and Mike took them from the garbage.
Wow. So then could you imagine all the stuff that wasn't saved that they just threw out?
Yeah, God knows how much.
Ooh. I don't remember that image from the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're going to see all kinds of things, from alternate takes and things.
Yeah.
That up in the movie. That's a nice one, Tom.
There's Tom. I mean, one of the one and only times you ever see him on screen without a mustache.
Nosferatu.
And I love they got Cliff Forrest to read that, and just the blandest straight ahead way possible.
Yep. That's a good photo right there.
That's a really good photo, yeah.
Here he is outside.
Wow. Now, do you know if these have been seen anywhere? Have these been published?
They really, except for a couple of the ones that you recognize from being
right.
Photos. They have not.
Wow. What is that guy's name?
I think that's Don Silviero.
Okay.
Let me see. Maybe I can make this even stiller. Stillers.
Go Stillers.
I won't hold it, and I'll just put the photos in front of it. How about that?
That looks good, actually. That looks really good, actually.
Lincoln Mizell.
It's pretty incredible. He died not that long ago. He was
Yeah,
over. He
yeah.
was like 110 or something like that. He was in his hundreds. Incredible.
Oh, maybe that's better.
More from the train there.
Another one. Can you see them pretty good? I don't know if it's focusing good or not.
Yeah, it looks really good like that, actually. Again, there's that image that could be from an extended scene, or
Yeah.
hell, it may just be in between takes. They're just sitting there having a chat. You never know.
Sure.
Getting comfortable, getting familiar with each other.
Okay, good. Can I get a little closer? Hope it doesn't do anything to the table. My wife will kill me.
Tearing up the table.
Yeah. Sucking the blood of our limits.
Yeah.
Martin's having a nap.
Right before being rudely awakened by Kuda.
Is some kind of maybe behind the scenes party?
Oh, wow.
And I don't even recognize anybody in the photo except for Amplis.
You know, is that a behind the scenes party, you think, or is that like a deleted scene? Because could it be Martin doing a magic? It looks like he's doing a magic trick in front of like a bar, in a bar.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's something in that extended cut. Don't know.
I gotta see that cut soon.
Okay, we'll move along quicker like this. Now that we're set up good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Oh.
He just wanted to take them pants off, man. He just confused as to why am I wearing pants, George?
And
Why would he
why
be
am I
wearing
here?
pants? It's a cool shot.
Can you see the whole thing there?
Yeah.
Is it cut off at all or no?
No, you can see pretty much all of it. Maybe just a bit at the top there. Okay. There you go. I got you. So that's is that from the train scene, I'm thinking?
Yes.
There you
go. Hypodermic there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that looks familiar from the movie or not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Black and white scenes.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing cards on the train. Okay, this one I don't recognize. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, that's not in the movie either. See that, but like, trying to match the shirt there. Does it look like he's peering into a bar that maybe he would go into? And
Isn't
I
that
don't know.
when he's like outside in the backyard and he's sitting on the bench? And the motorcycle guy.
It's like that flannel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Another
Big
shot of this. The stake in the throat.
There he is, maybe going onto the playground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a promotional photo from earlier. I don't think I've ever even seen that promotional photo before. Ooh.
Memory of Braddock War Veterans.
That's different. I bet that's maybe an extended part of the scene where he's in the bar with Savini, maybe?
Or when they go to the church sort of thing by Jay Roy. You know, he was giving the service.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your boy, Jay Roy. That's a nice one.
That is.
When they're out in the field over in Braddock and it's overlooking the steel mill.
Mm-hmm.
Braddock. I know who the Count is.
That's a different shot, not in the movie.
He's got to be. What's he doing? That's at his house, Kuda's house, and he's doing something for Kuda. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Cleaning the gutters or something.
Yeah. There's a cop that got shot. Everybody got shot, and Martin got away. Here's more of that party, and there's Savini in the picture, and there's like cell after behind Amplis.
Man, that really piques my curiosity. I'm wondering what in the hell is going on, and that if that is like an extra scene, what the hell could that be? Because that just seems so out of place for the Martin character to be
right
in the middle of a party or something, you know?
It does, but you know what? I mean, now that you mention it, these are all photos from the movie, so it's got to be from scenes that we've never seen. Because I don't have any that are really necessarily behind the scenes. It's all stuff that's movie or stuff that was cut, so it has to be something that was cut. Something we just don't know.
Just awesome, yeah. Like that's the shit I'm wanting to see. I gotta see that whole movie. I gotta see what the hell's going on in that shot. That shot there now.
All right. Does this make it good?
There you go.
Maybe even better. Shit. Figure something out.
The clear is not bad. It's not too bad. I can see your reflection a little bit in it, but that's okay.
It's another one like that.
Mm-hmm.
Another this dude. Amplis playing.
Mm-hmm.
Martin. We've got a shot of the garlic.
Oh.
Recreate your own garlic. We're going to have Propolite garlic now.
I'm going to have it hanging on my front door.
Yeah. Bedroom door everywhere.
Can't be too careful.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Here he is drinking the blood of, is that Regis? Or is that Tony? Can't tell. I can't tell. I think it's Regis Savrinsky, right?
I'm trying to play that scene back in my head, trying to remember which one gets hit in the head with the pipe first, and then gets hit in the head with the pipe, and
I think Regis is first.
There you go. That's not in the movie. That doesn't look.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Well, maybe it's when he's opening the store at first. The
Sure.
first time you see him. I don't know. I don't remember that shot though.
No. Definitely not in the movie.
Hmm.
I've seen that before.
Tell me what's in it. You'll just go to sleep.
Black and white scene right there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Martin. Guess he's trying to break the room.
Pick the lock there. Yeah. I always loved that scene, just the way George played it out. Like in Martin's mind, he's going to open that door and it's going to be a beautiful woman welcoming him into there, and instead she's just in the bathroom, like blowing her nose and flushing the toilet, and it's just like Martin's, delusions compared to reality of what really is going on in reality.
So these are the people that mob after Martin.
Mm-hmm.
White scenes. Have you been there? Yeah, this area where they film.
I don't think I've been to that spot yet.
Yeah, I've been there. It's pretty cool.
That looks new. I don't remember that shot.
Good. This. That one. I gave Christine a scan of that and color corrected it years ago for her table. I don't know if she ever offered it at her table. There it goes. Hypodermic in the back. They struggle. Waits behind the door. More struggling. Bloody arm.
Ooh. Whose arm is that? Well, I guess that would be probably the girl in the black and white flashback scene, I guess, that has the candelabra or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, maybe. Has a drink. It's getting a little hectic over there. He won't deliver the meat. What is wrong with this boy?
And now he's delivering a different kind of meat to Mrs. Santini. God damn.
That guy, don't know.
I think that if I were to guess, that maybe the guy that was supposedly Gornick's partner, because I know when Gornick did it, he's got a partner.
Right.
I can't remember who he said played his partner, but it was somebody associated with like the financing of the film. It was kind of like a.
Oh, maybe Barry Gutman.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's not bad.
That's a cool shot.
Martin escapes. And some dude on the train.
I think, if I'm not, because I think in the original cut, I know in the original screenplay, it opens with Martin talking to a guy on the train.
Wow.
So maybe that's from that scene.
Mm-hmm. Here he's playing cards.
What kind of card game is that?
In his bedroom.
That's definitely a different unseen scene.
Smoking a stogie outside the house. Here we have Tom Savini after his stunt. Whoops.
Was that the first time Tom ever did a stunt in a movie? Over the car?
I would have to take a look at Death Dream and Deranged, but it could be.
That's when George realized I could make Tom do all this shit in Dawn.
Yeah, do the stunts and do the effects, and he'll act in it.
Yeah, he'll jump off the second floor onto a pile of boxes. Yeah, that shot's not in the movie. It's a cool shot though.
This is a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of that. Maybe a different angle.
Ooh. I don't remember that car in the
Nope.
movie.
Do not kill anybody in Braddock. Nosferatu.
I will destroy you without salvation. That's how I threaten people. I will destroy you without salvation. No. Al locked out the house.
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
You getting bored of these photos?
Do what?
Are you getting bored of these photos?
No, I'm loving it. I don't know what the chat's saying. I'm full screened right now. I'm just looking at because it's like all these shots and stuff that have to be these extra scenes that are included on that longer. I'm telling you, man, that black and white 2.5 hour. That's like I have to do that before I die.
Oh,
I gotta watch that at some point.
We got to get into the archive and see it.
Martin fixing that door.
You should have said
Santini laying the seeds.
Dude, can I watch that with you?
I don't know if that's what she was watching or not, but
you know she was.
She was there for quite a while.
But can I watch that movie with you? Can I sit next?
Can I just sit right here? I won't bother you. Got to be from the flashback scenes.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing they shot last because they would have had to cut his hair.
True.
To do those.
Hard to see, but it's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Here's another one outside there.
That kind of looks more like a press photo or like a publicity.
Sure. Hold on, Martin. Let me just put on my dress before we leave.
Let me put some pants on before we head out.
Delivering some meat there. It's like, I want blood, but Kuda told me I can't kill anybody. What am I going to do?
Hey, just going to Pittsburgh. Not that far. That's like right. That looks like, yeah, there you go. I was like, it looks like he's about to hit her. And I'm like, yep, there's that scene. That's awesome. Not that he's hitting her, but, you know, just the shot. What a great scene. Mm. Oh, there's another one.
Yep.
Is that Christine?
Yeah, I think so. It's got to be. It's in the house.
Yeah. Let's see.
right.
Look how he eats.
I scanned that one years ago and gave it a copy to Christine for possibly using at her table.
That's a good one, especially if you wanted to get her and Amplis on one.
Yeah.
Now you wouldn't happen to have anything signed by Lincoln Mizell, would you?
No, I don't. No, I've never
Mm.
found or seen anything.
I haven't either. It's a good one.
And that's the photo that I scanned on Weber to sign. Okay, so that's the last of the ones that came from Mike Gornick. And now I have
Wow. So you said those were. Hang on. Let me hop back in here real quick. So you're saying that those were all continuity shots?
Yeah, that's what Mike had them labeled on the box. Martin continuity stills, and I bought them all from Mike. All those.
Damn.
Now the following ones that I'm going to show you, I bought from Tony Buba. So these all come from the collection of Tony Buba. He took these on the
David's
set.
saying get a laptop. Damn it.
A laptop? I have a laptop. But the laptop is like real shitty quality for the camera and stuff. But okay, these are all. I might have like 150 because I think there's like 50 photos here from Tony Buba. And they're real.
Since saying you should scan those at 1200 DPI or higher before they degrade.
Oh yeah, sure. I will for my book. I'll do a book one day. Hopefully, do a couple books.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. We need some book. You mentioned the Richard Rubenstein biography that I think would be.
Yeah, I think that's
riveting to read.
Him. Like, I think he would probably like that idea. You know, hey, a book about him, and then I show him how I can work and how good I am at what I do, and how interested I am in all these things, and then I can get authorization to do the official Dawn of the Dead book and Martin book and so on and so forth. I think that's the way.
You got a customer in me, so you got one sold already. So if you need that to get financing, get them done.
If he wants to act like, you hear about him acting and stuff like that, I'm just getting the photos ready. I wouldn't even. I don't care how he acts. He could be nice. He could be a dick. It don't matter to me. I want to write a book on him and learn as much as I can from him and have it all out there for fans and people to learn from.
Absolutely. Yeah, if there's one person, I remember I was on Grande's Graveyard, his stream a few months back, and he always asks like certain questions when you come on. One of them was if you could have dinner with any two Romero associated people, who would it be? And one was Dwayne Jones. I'd love to meet Dwayne Jones.
Yeah.
And the other one would be Richard Rubenstein, easily. Like, I would just love to pick his brain, try to get a feel for who he is,
Okay, so here, this is the stack of photos that I bought from Tony Buba, his original photos. So these are all behind the scenes.
Okay.
And at the time when I bought these, I wanted to tell you I also bought Dawn of the Dead ones too. So, but that's another story for another day.
A tease, a cliffhanger, as they say.
So these are the Tony Buba photos.
Because they shot the house, the Kuda's house that's the Buba house. So.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are they cooking?
Up here, maybe a little bit more light on this. Let's see. Oh, how's that?
That's better.
All right. All Buba photos.
Who's that? Is that George? Crouched down there. It's kind of dark.
It's very dark. I can't really tell. It could be George or it could be maybe Dubinsky. I mean, just from the hair.
Yeah, Dubinsky's usually all over the place.
And you see a lot of Gornick in these.
Kuda, it doesn't look like Kuda's in, or Lika Mysel's in costume there. He may just be eating,
Dinner.
some of Tony Booba's mom's cooking, because apparently she was the caterer on the
Yes.
Martin set.
Okay, this is a good one. Okay, we got Lincoln Mizell. We got Nick Mastandrea.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Gornick, and it might even be Dubinsky right there.
You just look at the hair. I think it kind of looks like Dubinsky.
Yeah, it doesn't look like George's hair. And Dubinsky will be helping Gornick, so makes sense. There we go. There's George with Clifford Forrest.
There you go. George still looks so young on Martin, and by the end of Dawn, it looked like he had aged 20 years.
Yes, he
He
certainly
worked
did.
his ass off on that.
So that's Gornick, I'm pretty sure, getting
Getting
shots.
The close-up shot of the doll's face.
Yeah. Gornick and myself. Another nice one of Gornick.
Now, at one point, George, at the beginning of the shoot, George was shooting everything still, and at some point, he kind of turned to Gornick, and Gornick took over.
Right, I think it was fairly quickly from what Gornick has said.
Yeah.
There's Tony Booba in the car.
Mm-hmm. I guess that would be Gornick shooting there.
Has to be. George wouldn't be behind the camera like that. There's Dubinsky on the ground there, and there's Gornick. Mm-hmm. They're filming Kuda eating. Close-ups.
That's the thing about this too. They just set up and they shot shots of everything in this fucking movie. What a mess. Mrs. Booba was not happy about that one. I remember hearing that story. Finding all these bloody sheets in the sink. She about lost it.
Martin's looking through the family album, I guess. Okay, here's your boy, J. Roy.
J. Roy. You must learn to control your thinking, because your thinking is going to control what you do, and what you do controls what you get. I think I got that memorized. I think about that all the time. It's just inspiration for me.
Policeman.
Do you know his name?
No, I don't. Nope.
I don't either.
We got Elaine, Matt, and whatever. Mrs. Santini and Martin.
Yeah. If you don't like it, get out.
Gornick.
Crazy. One of the only times you don't see a camera in his hand.
All right.
He's getting a rare break there. That's got to be a deleted scene. I don't remember a scene in there where it's just Martin and Kuda eating.
Right.
Because this would have had to have been after Christine leaves with Savini, because it just shows that one shot of Kuda eating by himself.
Ah, gotcha.
So
here's a real good one. Got George there.
Yeah.
Like,
who's the guy in the very back there?
I do not know.
Who could that be?
Again, a lot of shots of this eating scene.
They covered the shit out of that. Have you ever actually been in the old Booba house?
I have, yeah. I got in there maybe 2019. Me and a buddy, we would just stop by. We were going to go look around Braddock or whatever. And we were outside. All of a sudden, this lady comes out, looking out the windows. I mean, out the door. And I waved to her because, we're at the house and stuff. It's her house. I'm going to wave for sure.
you're staring at her house, so
Yeah.
she'd probably be polite.
So she came out and I talked to her, and she's actually the owner of the house, and she let us go in, and we spent a whole bunch of time upstairs taking photos of everything we possibly wanted to take photos of. It was awesome, real awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it because last time I was in Braddock, when me and back in June, me and Will were going through Braddock, and there was a lady sitting on a porch. I thought about, in hindsight, I was like, maybe I should have stopped and just because she was sitting there, she waved because we were going by slow, like,
Yeah.
staring at the house. So she was probably like, what do these guys want? Maybe I should
Well,
have just went and be like, hey, can I come in for a second?
at the time that we talked to her back then, I guess it was probably 5 years ago, she had said she was sort of dividing the house up into little apartments, and she's
Mhm.
going to be like a halfway house for people who had just got out of jail and stuff. She was like looking to help out people like that, something like that. Wow, Tony really got it.
That's a good shot.
Maybe
Good shot.
maybe Pat took that photo for him.
Yeah. It's that guy in the background again.
Yeah,
I
no.
want to figure out who that is. It doesn't look familiar at all.
Nope.
Not that I can see, at least. Clifford Lincoln.
Whole bunch of shots.
Oh, there's another guy in there. Who's that? In the glasses.
I do not know either of those guys.
Well, neither.
But yeah, they actually had a futon in that room, and it was against the wall somewhere. And when I got up there, I put it in that spot, and then I got pictures of me laying in the same spot. I haven't even posted these photos, or I got video of it and everything. But
You're telling me this sweet lady let you in her house, and you go in and start rearranging the furniture?
Yeah.
She's just like, all right, whatever, go ahead.
I had to lay in that same spot,
Yeah.
So here we go. We got a bunch of crew members that we should know most of them. You got Nick Mastandrea, you got Amplis, you got Tony Buba, you got Tom Dubinsky, and then that mystery guy. He might be the boom operator. It looks like he's got the boom there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up.
The boom operator.
That's a great shot. Never seen that before.
George.
I've seen that one before. That's the one that I have seen. I've seen him, or George, in that pose. I remember.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was from that angle, though. It had to be.
Yeah, I think it was
a different angle.
Yeah.
Where is that at? I guess just the lighting back there.
Yeah,
Looks like they're in like some kind of warehouse or something.
Well, the slanted roof, I mean, it pretty much means it's probably Martin's room.
Right.
He's on the top floor there.
Yeah, because I think that's the same outfit George was wearing in that.
Here he is in the same outfit here, and you see the doll in the bedroom.
Yeah, there you go.
George lounging.
Letting Mike do all the work. Hey, go set up a shot. All right. Okay, George.
Here's George.
So they called him the Answer Man.
Nick Mastandrea. Here's another. Mike setting up the shot.
I wonder how, because George was always used to being behind the camera.
Sure.
I wonder how he felt like kind of just letting go of that and giving. I mean, I know he trusted Gornick and they worked great together, of course, but I'm sure this was kind of a different experience for George, actually just getting a chance to actually just direct instead of trying to set up shots and all that.
Yeah, I think he said that in one of the commentaries, that it gave him that chance to, really think about the directing instead of, deal with the camera work and holding the camera and getting the shots, where he could think about the directing.
Yeah, because in all these shots, just looking at George, he looks like very contemplative. Like He just has that look where he's in his own head, like he's trying to think of like, what do we need? What can we do? Now, who's the guy that Kuda's walking with there?
I don't know. I've never seen him in anything. I didn't even see him in the movie. There's another mystery gentleman there.
Huh.
And here we go. We got Pat Booba, right?
Mm-hmm. A little close with that steak. It's a good shot there.
Yeah.
Is that George walking in the background there? Is that?
Tell looks a little too thin, but George was thin. Nah.
Yeah, George is maybe a little too thin, I think.
Yeah. Just a good one. George smoking a pipe.
Wow, that's a first. I don't think I've ever seen George smoke a pipe. That's a good shot. He looks like a badass there.
Yeah. Okay. The girl is Joyce Weber. She's the photographer of a lot of those photos that came from Gornick.
It's like every photo you pull from like this angle here, this shot, there's always somebody else added in the background. There's more and more people keep coming in the room to see this shit. We gotta watch this steak go through the heart here.
Jay Roy and George.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that guy you were asking about a second ago. Don't know who it is.
Yeah, that's got to be
another one like that. One close up, one before. The aftermath. More blood, more blood. Nick Mastandrea with bananas. We got Gornick on the left, and Amplis is playing cards and all kinds of little tricks and things. Maybe that's where he got all that stuff at the trick store, when he saw that the magic shop or whatever.
Now they're all gone. That is a good shot, though.
And Mike's getting close-ups of the cards. Mike, can you get a shot out the window? Sure, George. Just grab that real quick.
It's just amazing. Just the setups and shots and just like, they had that freedom back then. It was just, about to tail your pants. Cover everything. Cover your ass, as George used to say.
Yes. Now this is a bunch of the crew there.
Ooh.
Dubinsky, Gornick, George, Tony, Joyce Weber, don't know her. Amplis, Mastandrea, don't know him or her.
Him or her. I can't quite tell.
Don't want to offend anybody.
That's good. I like that.
Here we go. The opposite angle.
Oh.
More of that. It's not staying up. You get the picture.
Mm-hmm. There's somebody's little head down there in the corner.
Dubinsky's head's down there.
Yeah, there he is. That probably was Dubinsky. It kind of looked like him in that last photo.
No, this is
So this is George directing Lincoln Mizell on how to eat.
yeah. This is how you eat the bagel.
Very precise. Your character wouldn't eat it this way, Lincoln.
Look at what is this?
Oh, that's great. That's a fucking amazing shot because it's magic. George
Yeah.
doing a cheap, easy magic trick, but there is no magic.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have an 8x10 of that someday. If you
Okay.
ever get a chance. If you ever get a
I
chance.
have two special photos to show you to round out these last ones from Booba. Okay, George worked with Tony on some sort of inserts and extra scenes for the movie Spasmo.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well Tony gave me two photos in this lot of them shooting the scenes in Spasmo.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I got one more.
That's pretty badass.
Mm.
Wow. Cause see, like I always knew that they shot stuff for Spasmo, but I didn't know if I didn't know what the hell they shot though. I thought maybe it was just like some extra scenery shots or something, but looks like they're shooting something pretty serious. Or was it just for maybe the trailer? Because I think
It
in
was
the
supposed to
trailer
be for the movie all through it, maybe a little bit more gore and different things. A little
wow.
more racy. But yeah, for a while I couldn't figure out what these were from, and then I was like, I think they're from Spasmo. And then I was just reading in something just earlier today, and it mentioned that they were using some kind of leather outfits for the shots in Spasmo. So this is definitely it.
That's amazing. Wow.
Okay, so that is the photos, all these behind the scenes photos right here.
It's a gold mine there. Jesus Christ.
And Mike Gornick came in this little nifty case. Gornick's photos.
Yeah. Well, I'm jealous for sure. I'm envious of that. Like, wow.
So that is my Martin collection. You've seen just about all of it. I'm sure there might be a few stragglers somewhere here and there that I haven't been able to dig out yet, but that's most of it.
Well, I'm impressed because like I said when you asked me what movie we wanted to do first, I was like, just the Martin fan in me. I know that there's not a ton of Martin stuff out there, the way that there is Dawn stuff or Creep Show stuff. So I was curious what you had, and yeah, you exceeded the expectations for sure.
Oh,
Jesus,
thanks. Now,
that's
don't ask
awesome.
how to change this, flip it around again.
I think you got to do what you did prior, but in the opposite.
Yeah.
You do the other way.
Yeah. Like, that's fucking easy.
So let's see what everybody's saying in the chat while Larry's trying to figure out his camera here again.
No, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. Well, what's going on in the chat?
Let's see. Well, let me try to catch up wherever it was there.
Larry's World of Martin.
So Cheryl saying, I'm surprised, Larry, that you don't have these photos in an album. Do you keep those in an album, or do you keep them in that box?
The Gornick ones I keep in the box, and the other ones from Tony Booba, they are in album pages.
Yeah, because you sent me a photo of them the other day, and they were in the photo album. So,
Right.
Since a J. Roy fan, hell yeah, J. Roy's cool. Mike Schmidt, I know I'm behind on the chat here. He's asking about a location. Where's that location? Are you Martin itself is in Braddock. I'm not sure if you're still in here, man. If you're still watching, let us know what specific location you're talking about.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you're
know.
talking
Mike
about
was the person that came with me when I got into the Booba house.
oh, okay. So maybe
Yeah,
he's talking about the stuff from like the flashback scenes where they're chasing Martin, because that's the location I've never been to either.
Oh. I've been there. It's called the Manor, I think, in
The
Butler.
Manor.
Yeah, it's like a hall for weddings and crap like that.
Okay. Since asking, Tom did stunt type stuff, his own stunts in theater too, right? I'm not sure. Definitely later on, because I know at one point he was Dracula or something. Didn't he do like direct a stage play for Dracula? I think, or something like that. I don't know if he did stunts in that or not, but
All right.
there you go. You figured it out. John says some of those photos were incredible. George with the pipe and cup were the best. Spasmo was amazing too. Yeah, yeah, definitely the George with the pipe, because I don't think I've ever seen George smoking a pipe. And then the cup, I think, is like just a perfect image that kind of captures the whole what George was going for with Martin. Just kind of like there is no magic. There's always something, tethering it to reality. But yeah, those Spasmo photos, I gotta go back and rewatch that now, see if I can pick it out and find what the
Right. I was thinking.
because I've seen it once. It was years and years and years ago. It's not the greatest movie, but let's see. Michael Schmidt saying the park that Larry mentioned. Okay, so that's he's asking about where the
Park. Oh! He's talking.
mansion. It's in Butler.
He's talking about when those people were chasing Martin in the black and white scenes.
Yeah,
I'm sure
so.
that it's they're called the sour historic houses or something. They're now like little apartments, and I'm trying to think of what the town is called, that they're in. I can't remember offhand.
Yeah, I'll have to look that because I've love to check that out, because I think I remember Blasey and Eric Kent doing something with Tom Dubinsky over in that area. I think they did a video or something on that not too long ago. I've never been able to.
I have it written down. I have it on my mind off the top of my head. You know,
There's only so much room.
exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty amazing. Do you remember what the first Martin thing you ever bought was pertaining to Martin?
Oof, well,
Maybe outside of just like the DVD or VHS or something like that. But
have been the DVD first.
yeah.
Autograph from Amplis. Besides that, I don't know.
What's your favorite? Like the photos?
Out of the Martin stuff?
Yeah.
The photos are really cool, but I really like that the negative that I have for the TV trailer. I think that's like a really unique item.
Yeah. That's pretty badass. Yeah, it's just so much shit, man. I don't know.
You know what?
Blowing my mind here.
I've been doing all this reorganization, and I'm making all these big ass piles of shit from Dawn of the Dead, from Day of the Dead, and I'm putting them in containers and stuff. And then I didn't even realize I had so much stuff for Martin. I'm like, I got a lot for Martin.
Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't have too much. I think the only thing that I have that you probably wouldn't have, there's like an old flyer from like San Diego or something. I think some like local college or something was doing a screening of Martin, and somebody had like a homemade flyer for it it was like from the early 80s where they were screening it.
No, I don't have it for sure.
Yeah, it's probably like one of those one-off type of things that you're probably never gonna find, but it was on eBay for like $10. I was like, shit, I'll take it. But yeah, outside of that, like it's hard to really track down a lot of Martin stuff. So,
but I've done pretty well, haven't I?
Yes, you have. But you seem to know where all the nooks and crannies and where to look, and you're always on top of shit. So,
I've been collecting a long time. I mean, I've been collecting from all of George's films for 20 years.
Yeah, I guess. And 20 years ago when you started, I mean, this shit wasn't as expensive as it is now, too.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's Yeah, because I remember when I bought the Dawn of the Dead board game, the SPI board game, whatever. Like that was one of the first like major, like big that I spent a lot of money on, big price things. Um, but I remember seeing it in like middle school on eBay, and it was like $20. And I remember
Wow.
thinking at the time, like, ah, man, and then looking back, I spent like 150, 200 or something on it.
I still don't have it because it's too expensive.
You don't have one?
No, I don't have one because I won't pay
Wow.
for it. It doesn't have any real images from Dawn or anything, so I don't think it's worth what they're asking.
No, that was more of a nostalgia thing for me because I remember seeing it on eBay back in middle school and thinking like, holy shit, they made a board game out of Dawn of the Dead. I got this. I got to see what this is. And then of course you open it and you see what the game is and the pieces and stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of, it is what it is. But
One time I was at Kevin Kreis's house. You know who he is. He runs Living Dead Weekend, a museum. And he had a board game, the Dawn board game, laying around. And I set up my camera and took a whole bunch of pictures like I was playing it. But I don't.
I've never tried to play it. No, I've never, because the one that I got is still like not that has been punched out. Like all the pieces haven't been punched out or anything, so I don't want to mess with that. But I have seen some here recently on eBay where people, I guess somebody's just kind of recreated the game cheaply just so you can play it.
I saw that.
So I thought about maybe picking up one of those at some point just to play it, just to see what the hell the game is actually. Mike Schmidt's asking, was it the Sauer building in Aspinwall?
Exactly. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Yep. That's it.
Aspinwall. Where's Aspinwall at?
It's sort of North Hills. It's like north of Monroeville.
Okay. I don't guess I've ever been through the town of Aspinwall. Cheryl Webster saying, no, I need to watch Martin. Never got to see it back in the day. You never seen
Cheryl
Martin?
is a good.
Welcome to the stream, Cheryl.
Cheryl is
she's a what now?
Nick Tallow's cousin.
Oh wow, really?
Yep.
Well, welcome. Pleasure to have you in here. John saying, yay. In my crummy collection, I have something Larry doesn't. Oh, I guess John has the board game as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, Larry. Boo boo. Bought that Dawn board game through Fango Classifieds in 1985. It was $25. There you go. John's saying he's actually played it a few times, and I never expected to. Yeah, I don't. I guess I don't really know what kind of game it is. I guess it's you basically have to maneuver around the mall and not get land on the same piece as a zombie piece that's on. I don't know. It's kind of confusing just looking at it on the surface. But
no, I'm not a big game player, so I don't even think I would play even if I had it.
No, I mean the last game I played, they had that Thing board game. I had my sister and brother-in-law, and we all came over and played the Thing, and that was actually kind of fun. But I don't have a lot of time to sit around and play board games too much anymore.
No, you don't have the Night Dead board game.
I don't. No, never got that.
I have it, but I haven't opened it, and I wouldn't play it anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you want it just because it's cool and you want to have it, but it's like you'll never play it. So,
no.
Cheryl's asking, which photo album did she give you at the funeral?
It was Nikki's Night Riders photo album.
Ooh. We might have to bring you back on and check that out. We had people asking about Night Riders earlier, so maybe that'll be the next one.
Yeah, so Nicky didn't work with Martin, so he didn't have anything from Martin.
That's right. He didn't start till Dawn. Since saying never played it, seemed like a dopey game, just bought it because of Dawn. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much why I bought it. I had no intention of playing it either, but
right.
But yeah, man, this was really cool. I'm kind of blown away
Oh.
with those photos now. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna rewatch it, and I'm just gonna be like, just check those photos. I'm trying to match people, and because I did some streams like back, I don't know, a year and a half ago. Whenever I started doing it, some of my early stuff was looking at some of those John Rice collection behind the scenes photos from Dawn and stuff, and I can just get really into just like trying to pick out people in the background and who's who and who's doing what, and uh, yeah, yeah, great stuff. Thank you, thanks a lot for coming on, man, and sharing that stuff with us.
You're welcome. I hope it wasn't boring.
Not for me. I don't know. I think I seem to have maintained our audience for the most part. So I think we did good. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we did
Well,
good.
I'll never be able to do a Dawn of the Dead one because I have like 4 big containers of stuff filled with Dawn of the Dead stuff, and it would take like, I don't know, a long time to do that. It would have to be like a 4-part.
Yeah, it'll just be part 1, part 2, part 3. You know what the hell. Um, but yeah, I'll have to get you back on next. We'll do I don't know, whatever you want to do next, man. Whatever you can get organized and put together.
Well,
Uh,
like I said, I've been doing this reorganization now. Everything is together, so I have everything together for all the movies now. If you want to do Season of the Witch next week, I could do that. I have it all together. You want to do the Crazies the following week, I could do it. I have it all together now.
don't tempt me, because I mean, Season of the Witch is another one that I don't have a whole lot of, but I would love to see what all you got.
Oh, I got some real good stuff. I have the musical contract for them paying for the use of Donovan's Season of the Witch.
Yeah, okay, where the hell did you get that at?
I got it at a prop store auction.
Wow. From who? Like, who the hell would keep that stuff? I mean, I guess, people come across this shit. You never know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl saying we were both great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Carol, I love you.
Since tell Larry the translation of the Martin poster. Oh yeah, I translated that Martin poster, but actually my phone's dead now, so I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Okay.
But yeah, he trained the Spanish Martin poster. We were trying to figure out what the hell it was saying at the top.
Sure.
So I guess he translated it for you. Thanks a lot, Sean. I appreciate it. Great show, guys, says Sean.
Thank you.
And Cheryl saying it was very interesting to see everything. Thanks for an interesting night, guys. Well, you're very welcome, Cheryl. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us tonight. Oh, a little love back to you there, Larry. But appreciate it, Larry. I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, you're welcome back anytime. And hopefully we'll see you soon. I wanted to ask too before we get off here. I know you mentioned there possibly being something in the works for Evans City in October. Any updates or scoops on that?
Well, Kevin talked to me a little bit about it just within the past week, and it's not looking good for anything, honestly.
Okay. I was just curious because, I'd like to get back to Pittsburgh as soon as possible.
It's the same with me. I mean, anytime I'm ready to go. I do anything you want to do. I'll be there. I'll do a tour. Just tell me a week before, and I'll be able to go.
I'll hold you to that. I'm gonna take
I am going to be in Pittsburgh in October. My wife is doing a 5K run along the Allegheny River, and we're going to be there for like 1 weekend or something.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you were a runner.
A little bit. She's like a little bit into it, and she does them once here and there. 3K, 5K, whatever. Not a lot, but once in a while.
You don't join her on those?
No, hell no. I'm not wasting my time.
That's funny.
I have to read books on George Romero like 3 times. I have books I haven't read. I have so many things I have to read and look at that it's ridiculous. I'm not running.
I don't have time to physically move. I have to sit here and stare at this. That's funny. It reminds me when I met Christine, we were talking about George, and George apparently was very anti working out and very anti health. Because George just so he'd always make Christine was like, oh, he'd see people run down the road and he'd be like, oh, what are you running for? Who are you running from? Just made me think of that story. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head off here. Son, I got to work in the morning. I'm a beaten man as it is. So I appreciate you hopping on. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. That was really freaking cool. Thanks again for Larry. Oh yeah, we're on YouTube, so like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, all that fun stuff. Check out the shop.alpharomero.store t-shirts. You can get mugs, you can get anything on there. It's just designs, you can put it on whatever you want. So check all that fun stuff out. Appreciate it, you guys. Thanks again, Larry. Have a good rest of the night, a good rest of the week. And as
And
always, hit it, Larry.
stay scared.